Hey everybody, good to see you all again. Steve here, and I'm going to be doing the lesson for this week. So, does anybody here ever have a hard time following instructions? I know we each lots of times have our own ideas about what might serve us best in different circumstances. And sometimes those ideas are in line with what God hopes for us, and sometimes they aren't. Today, we're going to learn about the story of Jonah, a man who refused to follow what God had instructed him to do and ended up in a pretty scary situation as a result. We're going to learn about following God's instructions and how God cares for us and forgives us even when we decide not to listen. All right, so let's look at the story of Jonah and how spending time in the belly of a really big fish helped him find the courage in the midst of his struggles to follow where God was leading. So when God called Jonah to go to the city of Nineveh to tell the people there that God was angry with them, Jonah didn't want to go. He got onto a boat going the other direction instead. But then the sea rose up and a great storm scared all the sailors. As it raged on, the sailors began to suspect Jonah was the cause of their trouble. They asked him, "Who are you? Where do you come from? Why has this storm come upon us?" And he told them, "I'm a Hebrew. I worship the God who made all the sea and the dry land. You should throw me into the sea. I've disobeyed God, and this storm has risen up because of me." The other sailors were scared to throw Jonah in, but they did what he asked, and the storm stopped right away. And under those calm waters, God sent a big fish to swallow up Jonah. Jonah stayed in the belly of the fish for 3 days. From that fish's belly, Jonah prayed to God. He said, "I call to you when I am in trouble, and you answer me. I call out from these depths, and I know you hear my prayer." Then God told the fish, "That's enough, fish. Deliver Jonah to the dry land." Again, God told Jonah to go and share God's message with Nineveh. This time, Jonah did it. He walked across that large city, crying out they had 40 days to change their ways. He warned of destruction to come if they continued in ways that weren't God's ways. But they did change. They listened to Jonah, and every person and every animal turned to God, dedicating themselves to goodness. God saw the change and celebrated. But Jonah was angry. He pouted and then yelled at God, "I knew this would happen. You made me come here to warn them to turn to you, and they did, and so now everything will be fine. I knew that you were full of grace and mercy and would not really harm them. Why did I even have to come?" God asked Jonah, "Is it right for you to be angry about this? You just showed up here, but this is a long-standing city full of peoples and animals. Don't you know that I care for everyone in it?" And that's the story of Jonah. We'll close our time by saying a short prayer together. God of all of us, sometimes we are scared when you call us. Remind us that you are always with us. Remind us that your care stretches over us and all people and all the animals and all of creation. Help us to trust in that and to celebrate it. Amen. All right, see y'all later.